news from last week. Just walk us through your decision making and where you're at in it right now.
Yeah, just talked to my parents and we felt like it was just a really good opportunity to just go into the process and have my options open.
So is that something you're still? I think you did say you consider everything, consider all areas and options. Is that something you're still weighing, or you will be weighing for the next hour?
Yeah, just still thinking about it, not making any final decisions yet.
Do you know? Do you have a timeline in mind? Obviously, the combine has a factor there, but do you know when you want to make this everything wrapped up? Or?
Not yet. Just still thinking.
How long did it kind of take you to come to this decision, and was this sign of something you've been thinking about for a while?
No, I mean, I kind of really started thinking about it after the season. Not really during the season or anything, but yeah, I said after the season. Me and my parents kind of talked about it, obviously.
Who's representing you?
As far as,
Like, you signed with an agent, right?
not yet.
Did you say in the release that you're going to sign with an agent?
Probably. My parents were still kind of.
So you guys are in the midst of like talking to various possibilities. So like, this is kind of for not only the school but for all you guys. It's a very different process. Everyone's kind of feeling out how this actually works this year with the new rules and all that. What's been your comfort level or whatever with just how this all the process goes from now?
Just kind of just going with the wave. Just, you know what I'm saying? I put my parents are doing a really good job of kind of handling all that. Just putting me in a position where I can just work out and better my game. But my parents are doing a really good job of kind of setting everything out right now.
What was Beeline's advice to you?
As far as
When you
the
discussed this?
process,
Yeah, both.
so, you know what I'm saying, go in, test it, listen to the feedback and whatnot. Obviously, he knows it's a dream like every other kid wants to be in a situation, so he's pretty knowledgeable.
With this though, you do want to go into it with the I'm going into this with the I don't know, like all the way in, right? Like you can't really halfway this. You know what I'm saying? Like you go into this with the intention of like I think I can get drafted. I think I'm a
Yeah, of
draftable
course.
prospect.
You want to go in with a high sense of confidence, of course. But I mean, that's kind of how you said. You want to go in and put yourself in the best situation possible.
What are the kind of next weeks look for you? Are you going to be training anywhere specific after you the year ends at Michigan?
I mean, I think the year ended like a couple weeks ago.
I mean, like the school year.
No, we haven't came up with any decisions yet. Just kind of going through the process. What's good? Shout out C-Man, bro. Shout out Ace.
So you're gonna do individual team workouts and all that?
Just working out. It could be with the team, without the team. Just lifting a lot, trying to get my body in a really good situation to withstand all of the process or whatnot.
What do you think it would take for you to decide to come back to school?
What you mean?
What would it take for you to make the decision to come back to school?
Trick question? Question mark?
No, I don't think so. I mean, like if you don't have a first round guarantee, is that something where it's like, okay, maybe I go back earlier? Like, what are your kind of parameters? So to
I
speak?
think I'm just more focused on being able to go back to just working out and working on myself and putting myself in a situation where I know I'm confident enough to either stay in or come back. Right. That's really, it's not a matter of rounds or situation or anything. It's just me going back to just working on my individual game, and then I would be able to tell if I feel like I could, if I'm comfortable enough going there.
Because like back under the old rules, it would always be, some guys would be like, if I get a guarantee for a pick, or if I know I can be in a spot where I get a guaranteed contract, like that's kind of my line that I go by. So you're just more by feel.
More focusing on myself more than anything.
So what they tell you in their feedback, is that not relevant, or is that like something you'll take into advisement, but it's not going to be the ultimate factor?
Yeah, I definitely take it into consideration, think about it, but this just goes back to more on me focusing on myself.
Did you like what you heard feedback-wise so far?
I kind of knew what it was prior to it, so it really didn't make too much of a difference for me.
Do you, some people think all three of you guys are going to leave and they have their perception. Have you nudged in that direction, or what?
As far as what?
Staying in the NBA?
I just told Quinn, I'm just trying to get my body right and my skill, and just working out, getting back to my individual game, and then that kind of would pan out everything down the road.
So you don't know you haven't decided either way yet. You're still waiting for more.
Yeah,
see
I'm just
more.
kind of just chilling, riding the wave right now.
Jordan, when you said you knew what the NBA feedback would be already, do you mean there just weren't surprises, or coach had told you what it was going to say? I thought
I
you just
mean,
said
obviously, like you hear stuff, you know what I'm saying? People like you kind of get a sense of what it's supposed to be like or what it will be. So it really wasn't like a big surprise, or I wasn't in awe or anything.
and then have you guys have individual meetings with Coach B,
Yeah.
the whole coaching staff right after the season? That's already happened. Yes.
Yeah.
How did that go? I guess
It was
as
good.
much as you can share.
It was cool.
Were you
good.
surprised by anything that came out of that, or?
Nah, that's probably one of the better meetings we've had.
Okay.
If you came back to Michigan, what would be the reason you came back?
What was my answer to that?
Oh, you asked that one?
I think you're,
That was a
I think you're
trick
focusing on yourself, is what you told
That's what I said.
Same
Yes,
one?
the exact same
You
question.
usually have different answers.
Nah, yeah.
JP, when you look back at this past season, what do you think that you showed that in terms that proves that you could be a pro? And what do you think are areas that like you still wish that you could maybe show off a little bit more of?
I definitely feel like I would like to be more in a situation where I was able just to come off more ball screens, have the ball in my hand more. But I think that 10-game stretch that I had from December to January, late November, I think it was, I think I really showed a lot in all aspects of my game. So I feel like that definitely it's kind of what put me on the map, and I was able to show everything within those 10 games. And obviously things change, and scouting reports change, and we changed the offense and whatnot. But through those 10 games, I feel like I showed enough to show that I'm a pro.
What
you
will be
intrigued?
your response to people who question your shooting numbers from the year?
Nothing. They can question them as much as they want to.
Do you, like your 3-point percentage would be something I think that people would probably circle. Do you,
What was it? I think it was 37.
Was it down?
37% all year.
I
Or
don't
like you talk
37.
about Big Ten, it was 37?
For the year, it was like 36.9 or.
That's not, I think that's terrible.
I didn't say it was terrible.
It's solid.
It was down in the Big Ten. It was up in the non-conference.
Yeah, I think you guys, like a lot of people focus on strictly Big Ten and the non-conference, but I think I'm looking at it overall like 37%. If it's 36.9, you round up,
Yeah, round up,
37%. It's not bad. I think Tim Hardaway shot 37% when he left, so look at him now. He's in the NBA, you know what I'm saying, with a really good team.